what has HFC got to offer Kenyans in the diaspora?
As housing finance, we've come to offer the properties that are available, and in addition to that, we've come also to offer the finance to be able to buy the same properties. Housing finance provide a one-stop shop for both the properties, financing, and the projects. We realize that sometimes we've been having issues on how to appraise the customer on the qualification. We have an account that we've come to promote, is known as the crossover, whereby the customer actually makes his own credit history. And I'll give you a very good example. If you want to buy a property worth 5 million, equivalent of Kenya shillings, and the repayment is 50,000 Kenya shillings, we'll ask you to put the money, 50,000 in that account for 12 months. Then when you come to apply for the loan, we don't have to appraise you. You have already proved the ability to service that loan, the 50,000. And that's what I'm discussing with my clients. Happy clients are here. They are very excited, and we are raring to go.
Is that the only service though you have to offer the diasporans, or are there any other things or products that you think could interest them?
We have quite a number of other products. Like, for example, we have a building construction solution that we are calling the Maau. You just need to have a plot. You choose a pre-designed kind of a property, and housing finance does the construction for you. In other words, we are taking the stress of construction supervision out of the diaspora client. It is housing finance that does the construction at the end of the day. You don't have the time. The UK is very far from home. We take care of the interest and do the construction for you.
What is the cost to the investor? Obviously you can't do that for nothing. What is the cost compared to the outside contractors?
In fact, within the Maau concept, what we do, you do a savings of 20% savings. This is because we have put together a consortium of professionals in the construction industry, the suppliers of the materials, that is the Bamburi Cement, East African cables, and because of the volumes, we have negotiated a 20% discount, which is passed on to the client. For example, a property which you could be buying at 5 million, we are doing at 3.5 million through the Maau, and that we can be able to demonstrate in this stand here.
So viewers, as you can see, affordable houses in Kenya that you can afford to buy, you can afford to build. So you don't sit there and think, oh, I haven't got my millions. You do have your millions month by month, and you will build with HFC, with all the other exhibitors here. You will see that the dream is becoming a reality. Yeah, so why the interest to this exhibition?
Well, we're just looking to see what products are available so that we know what direction to take in investing in Kenya.
What actually stops people from putting the investment in Kenya? What is the challenges that you think people are facing?
Okay, I think there's maybe confidence and also stability, and perhaps a bit more freedom with finance and making it more readily available and perhaps not so expensive.
So you think Kenyan market has become very expensive and not accessible?
It's the interest rates are very high for mortgages, so that closes the doors for a lot of people.
It's getting better.
Yeah, it's improving, but
so what suggestion would you make for the government to actually make these changes?
Just the banking system needs improving and upgrading to the Western standards, so
and
that
the stability that you mentioned as well,
and the government stability as well for us in the West to feel confident that the political situation is not going to change at any time.
Your property is secure. That's what you need to hear.
Great, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So why did you turn up to the event today, and what are you looking out for?
Well, I turned out today because I got this information online and realized there was a real chance for me to own a property in Kenya, and with the help of HFCK, then I think it's possible.
Wow, having gone around, what products do you think or services do you think they have that would excite Kenyans in the diaspora?
Well, especially investment in terms of housing, especially commercial properties. It's very difficult for you to build when you are here, juggling work and all this. So if they can do it for you and you have a good arrangement with them, I think that's a good idea.
Thank you very much. Who are we speaking to?
Stephen Yaga.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. Thank you.
What we are selling is basically serviced plots where we are allowing people to actually develop for themselves. We are looking at a situation where you have a big chunk of land. We subdivide and provide the infrastructure of services, where we do the roads, the sewer system, the water reticulation. We're able to do street lighting, and then provide approved plans for each of the plots and the titles, and then you allow people to develop at their own pace up to a certain time frame. So that's basically what we have, and we have 4 projects like that. One on Kiabu Road, we have Kitengera and Athi River, and that's basically what we're trying to sell today. And
Hello viewers, we are still meeting Kenyans at the Kenyan Expo 2009, Invest in Africa, Build Africa, and here we have Rose. Tell us, why did you come for the event today, and what have you seen that's interesting?
I have actually been coming for these events for the last 3 years. And first of all, I'm very proud of the fellow Kenyans that they've actually kept up and have kept us posted. The most amazing thing today was to notice that National Housing has come up with a policy that's actually going to be able to protect the diasporians when you're investing back home. So that's been a great development. There is a law put down now. And I've also met a lot of, real estate developers who have a lot of good packages that are helping us to invest with ease.
What challenges do you think Kenyans in the diaspora are facing accessing these housing markets?
Lack of information. We have the websites out there, that's fantastic, but I think the problem is they're never updated, and so usually we go on there, want to have instant information and make decisions based on that, but we find it's not always updated. So coming and meeting them face to face, it's very, very useful, but we also need a bit more up-to-date information that will help us make decisions of investments.
Here in our stand, we are talking about what the Ministry of Housing is doing, and the Ministry of Housing is involved in policy formulation and review, and also regulatory framework. We do the laws and we revise them, and they help us to guide the sector, the private developers, the public, and the government on how to do the housing developments. Apart from policy and regulation, we are also doing programs. The ministry has several programs. We have the Civil Servants Housing Program, whereby we are building houses for our employees, and we are giving them mortgage at 5% to make it affordable for them. We are also partnering with the private sector, public-private partnership, to facilitate their work in housing development. Sometimes through the Civil Servants Program, we buy houses from them, from developers, and we are at an affordable rate, and we are able to sell them to our employees.
So, that's good programs we've heard about it, and we're excited as Kenyans in the diaspora.
Yeah.
You've been here sitting here the whole day talking to Kenyans.
Yeah.
What are they asking? What do you think they want?
Okay, the Kenyans are saying that they are interested in investing back home, but the challenges that are there are discourage them from investing. For example, they say that the land processes are cumbersome and long. Sometimes they get conned by developers, by lawyers, by relatives, so they lose a lot of money while they are trying to invest back at home. They are also saying that they need incentives. There are no incentives to attract them to invest back at home. So those are then they are saying there is no channel, there is no clear channel or desk to address some of the challenges they go through. So they are saying if there was a desk where they could be channeling their challenges and getting themselves sorted, then it would encourage them to invest back at home.
The Ministry of Housing, are you empowered coming from this exhibition?
Oh yes, we really feel very empowered. We are very excited. We have seen that Kenyans are really interested in investing back home. Yeah, so we are happy to hear that. And because the demand for housing is so high, if we had most of them investing, then the challenge of housing will be addressed within a very short time.